We welcome you to this broadcast of high school football on NKTelco Sports. We're here at Minster Memorial Stadium, where the Fort Recovery Indians will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winters Meats, Borchers Sports Center, and NKTelco. You are looking live here at Memorial Stadium here in Minster, Ohio, as we are just getting ready to introduce both teams here. It's Fort Recovery versus Minster. My name's Brandon Coverman here, along to bring you for this ride here in Week 4 of high school football and Week number 2 of MAC action. Should have a good one here. Battle of 1-2 teams, two teams that were shut out in their first week of MAC play against the MAC's perennial powers of Marion Local and Coldwater. And taking a look at both teams, first taking a look at the Fort Recovery Indians, they look like they'll get their quarterback, Kale Ramel, back tonight after dealing with some injuries. They're 1-2. They were shut out 42-0 by their crosstown rivals, the Coldwater Cavaliers. And through the season, Coach Brett Niekamp, having his team improving, I talked with him a little bit this morning, and he's very excited about where his team is going and how they're improving in MAC play. They're led on the ground by Ethan Hartnagel and Troy Homan, Reese Guggenbiller. They talk about their skill players a lot, carrying them to getting them where they want to go this season, to the playoffs and make a deep run as the Indians run on the field. Those skill players, very key for Coach Brett Niekamp and his squad to have success here tonight against the Minster Wildcats. Fort Recovery has had a very solid roster here these past few years. And taking a look on the flip side, the Minster Wildcats, they come in at 1-2. They were shut out last week by their neighbors down 119, the Marion Local Flyers, 34-0, a game that was broadcast here on NKTelco. And this Minster team only won one game a year ago. They're already at that mark already. They beat St. Paris Graham in Week 2. They lost their traditional opener to Fort Laramie before getting skunked last week against the Marion Local Flyers, but they're here in Week 4. Good matchup for Minster to really kind of take that next step in the MAC. They said they were towards the bottom last year. You know, very sophomore, junior heavy team, younger Minster squad. They're looking to climb that MAC ladder, looking to climb a couple spots from where they were last year. And tonight, a prime opportunity. The Cats led by Brogan Steffi at quarterback, James Niemeyer at wide receiver. Niemeyer coming in with 19 catches on the year, 234 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown on the season. Minster, a very solid ball club led by second-year head coach Seth Whiting, as the Minster Wildcats coming out of the tunnel on America Night for the Minster High School student section. And the offensive starters for Minster: number 74, left tackle Fletcher Luthman. Number 72, Chad Schulte. Keegan Sharp. Winner. Number 50, Ian Homan. Quarterback, Brogan Steffi. Number 33, Will Fremmel at running back. Number 24, Brady Wolf. Devin Webker, Connor Schmeezing, and Justin Bergman rounding out the Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups for the Minster Wildcats here tonight under head coach Seth Whiting. Let's take a look at the Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups for the Fort Recovery Indians here as I get my stuff together here on NKTelco Sports. The line for Fort Recovery: left tackle Gabe Kanapke, left guard Alex Evers. The center is Bo Thine. Right guard is Wes Bechtel. The right tackle is Jacob Heitkamp. The Y receiver is Luke Atchison. The Z is Reese Guggenbiller. The quarterback, Kale Ramel. The running back, Ethan Hartnagel. And looking on the other side, the H-back is Troy Homan. for the offensive starters for Fort Recovery. On defense, you have Guggenbiller, Toby, Luke Atchinson, Reese Wendell, Ethan Hartnagel, Troy Homan, Austin Steinbrenner, Connor Kaleka, Jose Martinez, Bothine, Ross Pearson as some of the starters on defense for Fort Recovery. Again, our starting lineups brought to you by our sponsor, Emerson Climate Technologies there in Sydney, Ohio. We thank Emerson Climate Technologies for our starting lineups here tonight. Minster won the toss. They actually elected to receive here to start tonight. Pretty rare. Don't see that too often, but they do elect to receive here tonight to kick off here as we get going a week 4 of high school football. And Fort Recovery will kick off. Othane going to kick off for Fort Recovery, and we are underway, and it's a short boot and picked up by Minster off good field position about the 38-yard line, and that's where Brogan Steppe and his squad will set up shop for the Minster Wildcats. So hot night here in Minster as we are getting going here. Steppe accompanied in the backfield by Justin Bergman. They motion in James Niemeyer. They're going to give it on a pitch to Niemeyer. Looks like it's going to be a fake play. He's got a wide open man down the sideline. It's caught. That's caught. It's Devin Wubker going down the sideline, and he is tackled inside the 15-yard line. A little trickeration on the call sheet by Coach Seth Whiting. Maybe that's why they wanted the ball to start. And a nice, beautiful, crisp pass from James Niemeyer, and the Cats are in business. What a good fake, motioning Niemeyer to the backfield, finding a wide open Devin Wubker down the sideline, and the Cats already actually down at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal there for Minster. Steppe, accompanied by Bergman in the backfield, claps his hands, gives it off to Bergman. Bergman busts through a hole, and he's tackled in the middle there. On the tackle is number 18, Ross Pearson, a 6'1 senior for Brett Niekamp's squad. So a 4-yard gain there on first down. They're going to spot it at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Steppe with Bergman behind him. That's another handoff to Bergman. He's wrapped up there pretty quickly in the middle there on the tackle for Fort Recovery, number 72, Jose Martinez, 5'9 junior, plugging up the middle there. It'll be 3rd and goal here for the Cats. Will be a big stop here for Fort Recovery if they can get a stop after that big play, that big trick play to start that pass from James Niemeyer all the way down to Devin Wubker to start off the ball game. Cats will go trips on the bottom of your screen. One receiver up on the top of your screen, that's Wubker. Steppe drops back to pass, hits Bergman in the flat, but he couldn't quite hang on. It'll be 4th and goal here for the Wildcats, and we'll see what Coach Whiting does. Does he keep his offense out on the field, or does he take the chip shot field goal? And it looks like number 33, Will Frimmel, going to come in the game, but Steppe staying on the field, Bergman coming out. So the Cats will go for it. They like the field position this early in the game after the trick play to go for it. Steppe, going to be design quarterback run. Can he get to the edge? Can he get in there? Yes, he can. Brogan Steppe from 5 yards out. And the gutsy 4th down call early in the game works out for the Minster Wildcats. A 5-yard touchdown run by Brogan Steppe. And the Minster Wildcats ahead 6-0 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And a nice little design quarterback run there Let the boys in the trenches clear the way for Brogan Steffi. And it's 6-0 Cats on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard with 10:28 here to go in the first quarter. The aforementioned Steffi will kick the PAT, and it is good right through the uprights. 7-0 Minster after that opening drive trickery and fourth down conversion. We'll take a break. Come back with Fort Recovery's drive here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here out of that precision strip timeout, 7-0 Minster. A good opening drive there for the Wildcats. Big pass, trick pass play from James Niemeyer to Devin Wubker. Got Minster in first or in and goal range to go inside the 10-yard line. A fourth down, 5-yard run by Brogan Steffi puts the Wildcats on top 7-0. Now Steffi will kick off to Minster. It'll be caught by Reese Guggenbiller. Guggenbiller coming up the field. He's got a good convoy ahead of him, but a nice tackle in the open field by the Minster special teams. Not going to let him get any further. Not going to get him past the 25-yard line. Dylan Heitkamp on the tackle. So again, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza here tonight. First, for the Fort Recovery Indians, they wanted to get the ball to the skill guys. They want to limit Brogan Steffi and James Niemeyer connection, and they want to be more physical. And for Minster, the keys to the game are limit turnovers, field position, and limit the big play. They're going to play action. First play, Rammel down to Guggenbiller, drops it. Would have been inside Minster territory, but Reese Guggenbiller drops the play action pass here to start. So both teams coming out off their scripts with aggressive plays. The Wildcats convert down the field. It's a drop pass by the purple and white. 10:14 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Minster ahead on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Two receivers on your top, one on the bottom. That's Guggenbiller. Rammel will hand it off. It's going to be Everhart. He's going to get up to about the 27-yard line. So it'll be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 range here for the Fort Recovery Indians here. Boy, Minster, you get a big touchdown on opening drive within a minute, within 2 minutes to be exact, and then you get up forced a 3 and out. That is a huge confidence booster early on in this game for Seth Whiting's squad. Rammel talking to one of his receivers, Riggs Toby. They'll go trips on the top of your screen, Everhart in the backfield. Rammel gonna roll out to his left. Gonna look, gonna get rid of the ball, and it is dropped, but there's a flag, some laundry on the field. Looks like it's gonna go against Connor Schmeezing. Looked like he was hanging on Reese Guggenbiller's designed rollout there. Connor Schmeezing going to get called for defensive holding, no pass interference, but the holding will make it an automatic first down. So Fort Recovery gets bailed out there with a penalty, and the drive will extend. Or they will call defensive pass interference. So the drive continues here for the Fort Recovery Indians. You didn't pick up the first down for Fort Recovery, but you do get bailed out with that penalty. So Fort Recovery still in their own territory as the drive extends for the Indians, trailing 7-0 here. A 5-yard touchdown run by Brogan Steffi on the opening drive, the difference here. Two receivers on the top. On the bottom is Riggs Tobe. Cats anticipating run. It's Everhart. He gets stopped for a few yards, but Everhart keeps trucking. Makes something out of nothing. Gets up to about the 49-yard line or so. A nice run by Everhart. Looked like he's going to be stopped at about the line or behind the line and busted, or keeps his head down and bust up the field. Ball resting near midfield. My name's Brandon Coverman here on this beautiful Friday night here on NKTelco Sports. Behind the center will snap. Two receivers on the bottom, one on the top. Rammel looking wide open in the flat. It's Everhart. Nobody picked him up or accounted for him. And there'll be a tackle out there by safety Devin Wubker. But we got a flag down in the backfield. This one might be coming back. And we'll let the head official and the side official confer here on this one to pick it up to see what's going on here. Tune in down on the field to see what the call is. Like I said, this one might be coming back. And let's take a look at the call on the field. Looked like it was after the pass, roughing the passer on Minster, so this one does not go against the Indians. Roughing the passer, another 15-yard penalty. Two 15-yard penalties helping fuel this drive. A couple Minster mistakes early on in Fort Recovery down at the 19-yard line of Minster inside the red zone here on NKTelco Sports. Rammel, two receivers down on the top. Reese Guggenbiller on the top of your screen. Guggenbiller in motion. Rammel looks back, and we have a pre-snap penalty. It looks like we're signaling false start here on Fort Recovery. And they'll move back 5 yards just outside on the fringe of the red zone. Rammel waiting for the snap, hands it off to Everhart on first and long. Everhart breaks a tackle inside the 20, still churning, and the ball is out. Minster says they have it, and it's Minster ball. Don't know who forced the turnover there. Don't know who came up with it. They're going to say number 8, Dylan Heitkamp, came up with the ball there. And Minster forcing a big turnover here early on when Fort Recovery, aided by a couple penalties, drives down and fumbles the ball. And 7:55 remaining here in the first quarter on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. The Minster offense coming back out on the field. Steffi accompanied in the backfield by Bergman. Also got Will Frimmel in the backfield. Gonna go up the field. Steffi to about the 24-yard line, 23, 24-yard line. It'll be a nice manageable gain on first down for the orange and black. Second and 5 from the 24. And Niemeyer on the bottom of your screen. He's the guy to watch out for. And that Fort Recovery swallows that up right away. Number 5, Austin Steinbrunner, looked like one of the first guys to get to him there in the backfield. And that'll bring up third down here for the Cats. Steinbrunner, also Connor Kaikalea in the backfield. 3rd and 5, 6:38 to go as that clock rolls and that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Firmlin at fullback. Schmiesing in the backfield for protection. Steffi going to pass to his main target, Niemeyer. And did he catch it? Yes, he did. James Niemeyer right at the 40-yard line. And a nice, beautiful, crisp pass from Brogan Steffi. And the Wildcats will move it along as PA announcer Dave Kanapke pumps up the Minster Wildcat faithful in cheering first down. A beautiful pass by Brogan Steffi. As we have a new set of downs, Wubker at the top of your screen as the receiver. Schmiesing in the backfield. Niemeyer on the bottom of your screen. Frimmel the fullback. Hand off to Schmiesing. Schmiesing will churn his way up to about the 44-yard line. Give him about a gain of 4 on first down. 2nd and 6. Here from up in the booth as we are about crossing that halfway mark here on NKTelco Sports here in the first quarter. Second and 6, as I said, we're halfway through this first quarter. 7-0 Minster on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Steffi claps his hands, fakes the pitch. Going to be a design quarterback run. He motors in to Fort Recovery territory down to the 41-yard line. Looked like Reese Guggenbiller, one of the players to make the tackle for Fort Recovery. That design quarterback run been very effective for Minster. That little delayed quarterback draw. And Guggenbiller handled it well. Steffi handled it well. Picks up the first down here for Minster. And give credit to the guys up front there, creating a nice hole as the clock continues to roll. Schmiesing still in the backfield. Schmiesing claps his hands, hands it off Schmiesing. Schmiesing gonna roll, and he's met immediately there by Austin Steinbrunner. Steinbrunner making the tackle there from his linebacker position. So 2nd and long situation here for Recovery, needing a big defensive play here to make a little bit of a stand. Niemeyer again on the bottom of your screen, Wubker on the top. Steffi gonna go to Niemeyer, a little short route, and he'll pick up the first down. Let's see where they mark him. Maybe about the 32-yard line is where they'll mark him down at. A pickup of 9 for James Niemeyer. And it's another Minster Wildcat first down. Again, Minster not been phased that first couple drive by the 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs. They've been able to convert here early on in this contest. Steffi again, company in the backfield by Bergman. Frimmel there, the fullback on the bottom part of your screen. It's another design quarterback run. Steffi continuing to churn through a couple arm tackles, and it'll be close. I think he got the first down. Let's see the spot here, and I believe he's just short. I'm trying to get from a side angle view here. That looked a little closer, but he's about 2 yards short. 2nd and 2 is what they'll say there on the scoreboard here at Memorial Stadium. Here's a beautiful place to watch a high school football game. Steffi brings Bergman parallel to him. Bringing in the defense there. Missed tackle in the backfield. Steffi gets a couple yards there. Looked like they were sending freshman Alex Garkey on a blitz maybe, and he missed the tackle in the backfield. They were anticipating a Steffi run, and Fort Recovery has struggled to stop that play. .3:30 to go here, first quarter, as Steffi talks to the guys in the backfield here. They go out of the I formation is what they'll operate out of. Steffi hands it off here to Bergman and makes a pretty good gain there. Good manageable gain there on first down. Ethan Hartnagel on the tackle for Fort Recovery. Again, Minster coming out of the eye here. Same formation they showed last play. Bergman got to be immediately met there. Leading the brigade is Connor Kaikalea. And it looks like he was the first one to meet him. So it'll be a third and intermediate, 3rd and 4 here from Minster. They're inside the red zone here. See if the Cats have what they have on their call sheet on 3rd and 4. Trips on the top of your screen. Steffi, design quarterback run, escapes the tackle in the backfield. Can he get the first down? He does. And he escaped a little arm tackle in the backfield. It was Lucas Atchison that missed him in the backfield. And Brogan Steffi, like soap, a little slippery there, and gets the first down for Minster. And now 1st and goal again for the Cats as the clock continues to wind. It's froze at 1:48 to go here in the first quarter on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And we got a timeout here. It's a precision strip timeout by the Minster Wildcats. We'll take it with them. 1:37 to go here in the first quarter. Minster 7, Fort Recovery nothing. Minster driving. Don't go anywhere. Stay here next on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, out of the precision strip timeout. 3rd and goal for the Wildcats from the 3-yard line as they take a second to talk about it. Minster going to hand it off to Schmeezing. Connor Schmeezing. Did he make it in? They're going to say he did. 3-yard touchdown run. Connor Schmeezing on 3rd and goal. And the Minster Wildcats are ahead of the Fort Recovery Indians 13-0. 3-yard run for Connor Schmeezing. And Minster off to a great start. Brogan Steffi going to come on for the point after. And it is no doubt good. Right through the uprights, 14-0 Minster. We'll take a short break. Come back with Fort Recovery's second drive of the ball game. Here next on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it Caring Without Limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, 1:32 here to go in the first quarter, and a fast start for the Minster Wildcats. 2 Wildcat touchdowns, a 5-yard touchdown run by Brogan Steffi with 10:28 left on the clock, and a 3-yard touchdown run by Connor Schmeezing with 1:32 to go here in the opening frame. And it's a 14-0 Minster Wildcat lead over the Fort Recovery Indians. A key fumble in the red zone for Fort Recovery was key in fueling that Minster drive, and Minster nearly kicking that ball out of bounds. And it was number 15, Lucas Atchison, who had trouble controlling that ball. It lands on it and goes out of bounds. And it looked like that might be an illegal procedure there to begin with. It's going to be a kickoff out of bounds. But did not happen there. Ball be placed resting near the 20-yard line. As Fort Recovery, their first drive aided by a couple penalties. A defensive pass interference and a roughing the passer helped aid Fort Recovery get down inside the red zone, but a fumble inside the red zone killed that drive. And Minster converts, and it's up 14-0. Rammel will fake the handoff. Rammel gets his pass batted down. Right in his face from Minster was number 24, Brady Wolf, the 6'3 senior who missed pretty much all last season with a broken collarbone. And Brady Wolf gets in the face of Rammel and bats that pass down. 2nd and long here for the Indians. .24 to go here, 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. My name's Brandon Coverman here, bringing you tonight's game here on NKTelco Sports, and it has been a good one here so far. And we're gonna have a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. While we have that timeout, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports. Our other additional sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Fuelsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and the St. Henry Bank. We'd also like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 or an HD on Channel 503. Catch the replay of this game in particular Monday, September 19th at 7:30 p.m. and at Saturday, September 24th at 12:30 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So you can catch the replays of this game. You can set your DVR and watch this game again if you so desire. And a desirable start for Minster, 14-0. 84 more ticks on the clock here in the first quarter. It is 2nd and 10 for Fort Recovery from their own 20-yard line. Rammel got a motion for Homan. Rammel sits back looking for Homan. Homan stops right in the middle of the Minster zone and will pick up a first down. They'll be back up to about the 33-yard line. And that's one of the things that Brett Niekamp talked about, is getting the ball to his playmakers, Troy Homan being one on the list. And Homan picks up his first reception, a gain of 13, and a Fort Recovery first down. Rammel calling for the ball. Rammel, quick out. It's Homan again. Homan trying to beat a defender in the flat. Homan gets a couple yards. A little bubble screen out there to Homan as the time continues to wind down. 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 Minster on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard over Fort Recovery. This possibly might be the last play ran of the first quarter. Rammel, 2 receivers down, 1 on the top. Rammel going to hand it off to Everhart here on 2nd down. Met immediately by a couple Cats. And that is going to be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 Minster here after 1 quarter of action. We have a break in the action. We'll take the break with them. You're watching high school varsity football on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back here to Minster High School, 14-0. Minster up ahead over Fort Recovery. And ACDC Hells Bells plays here, third and short from Fort Recovery's own 42-yard line as we switch sides here to begin the second quarter. Guggenbiller in motion. It's a read option. Rammel, he'll easily pick up the first down and a couple more. Fort Recovery picking up a fresh set of downs, and there's two drives. They haven't had much of an issue of moving the football. Just a key turnover inside the red zone has really been a big difference here so far in this ball game, and looking like it being 14-0 the way it is. The Minster offense done very well as well. Rammel will have Homan behind him. And Everhart next to him will be a handoff for Homan. Homan's got a good amount of space. Homan cuts it upfield. Homan might get the corner. Can he get it? Can he ward off a defender? He's down inside the 6-yard line. And let's see where they spot him. Yes, the 6-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 5. And it'll be a 42-yard run for Troy Homan. 4 drives between both teams. They've both been inside the red zone each time, as the clock sits at 11:19. As we wait for the chain gang to move along the sideline. Fort Recovery going to show similar formation, except Everhart off the left hip of Rammel. They're going to keep it on the ground with Homan. Homan met immediately. Connor Schmiesing got his legs to slow him down. And Caleb Sharpen on the tackle as well. Second and goal from the 5 for the purple and white. Rammel with Everhart off his right hip. 10:47 to go. Rammel calling for the ball. Rammel rolling out to his right. Rammel looking, fires, and dropped by Homan. Third and goal from the 5. Cats might be thinking that Fort Recovery would go for it if they don't convert on third down. Rammel, 2 backs next to him. Guggenbiller on the bottom of your screen. Hands off. No, he keeps it. Rammel pushing across. Touchdown. Cale Rammel, 5-yard run with 10:36 remaining here in the second quarter. And Fort Recovery strikes and gets on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard on a 5-yard run by Cale Rammel. So Rammel gets the 5-yard run, similar to how Brogan Steffi scored the first points of the game, and both in the game to attempt the extra point and cut that Minster lead exactly in half. The kick is good. and it is 14-7. Minster ahead of Fort Recovery. We'll step aside here on NKTelco Sports. Come back with Minster's Drive here next on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, Fort Recovery gets on the scoreboard via a 5-yard run by Cale Rammel. And 14-7 now, the Indians trail the Wildcats. And Fort Recovery looking to get their first stop of the game, as Minster's offense has operated at a high efficiency early on in this contest here on the gridiron in Week 4 in MAC play down here in Auglaize County. Both 9 going to kick it off, and it'll be a short little kick. Minster going to come down with it. It's muffed, and Minster holds on to it. Bergman there, the one who it went through his hands and had plenty of time to fall on it, so Minster going to keep possession. So good field position again for Minster to start with. That has not been an issue for Seth Whiting's squad. 2 receivers on the top, or on the bottom of your screen. It's Chase Kuzi in the slot, and Devin Webker on the bottom of your screen. Bergman gets tackled immediately by a couple Fort Recovery Indians. Both in, and number 15, Lucas Atchison, both in there on the tackle. So Minster has not really struggled in the second and long situations for their first 2 drives. Ten minutes to go here till halftime. Warm night here in Week 4 in September. You can definitely feel it up here in the press box. Steffi in the backfield, he'll drop back to pass. Steffi scanning, looking downfield. Nice ball. Looked like it was going to be a nice ball, but it was underthrown there. I think him and Kuzi were just a little off course there. It was a well-thrown ball initially, it seemed like, if Kuzi would have stopped on the dime there, but he didn't, and it fell short. It'll be 3rd and 8. Steffi coming, completing 61% of his passes this year. And Fort Recovery looking to force the first punt of the game here if they can get off the field here. Minster will go trips on the bottom of your screen, schmeezing there in the slot. Then you have Dylan Heitkamp and Devin Wubker and James Niemeyer and Chase Kuzi on the top of your screen as they go empty. And there's a sack. The first person to get to him, I believe, was Austin Steinbrunner. And he gets the first sack of the ball game, and it'll force the first punt of the game here with 9.5 minutes to go to halftime. And Brady Wolf, the punter, again, said broke his collarbone as a junior. Back to receive the punt is Troy Homan. And he'll wave fair catch right on about the 40-yard line with 9:05 here to go in the second quarter. Again, I'd like to thank more of our sponsors here on NKTelco. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, our scoreboard sponsor, as always. Traditionally, First National Bank, think first. Starting lineups, Emerson Climate Technologies. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. The player of the game, which I will select at the end of the game, is NKTelco, our Minster Live View sponsor, is Borchers Floor Center. So Cale Ramel and his offense will come back out with 9:05 here remaining in the first half. So they're going to try to do what they did on the last drive and see if it works again. Ramel, time to throw, and hits Troy Homan there. And wow, that was a beautiful pass with pressure in his face by Cale Ramel. And they go from the 40 to the other 40. So inside Minster territory, just on one play, Cale Ramel, beautiful passing motion there, and moves that ball into Minster territory, looking to tie this game back up as the clock rolls under 9 minutes. Homan right behind Ramel. Off his right hip, it will be Everhart. 2 receivers on the top. That's ball's handed off to Homan. Met immediately at the line of scrimmage there. Minster says they have the football. We'll see if they were down. Caleb Sharp on the tackle. They're going to say he was down. I thought he was. It seemed like a pretty late reaction from the orange and black. We'll say it's a loss of 1. It's Guggenbiller going to the bottom of your screen. On the top is Riggs Toby. Homan and Everhart in the backfield with Ramel. Ramel going to look in the flat, threw a little behind Homan. I think he had some pressure in his face. He had to get out a little quicker than he wanted to. $7:49 to go to halftime. 14-7 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 3rd and long here for Fort Recovery and Brett Niecamp's squad. Again, both teams coming off shutout losses in the opener in the MAC play last week. Fort Recovery to their neighbors Coldwater, and Minster to their 119 neighbors Marion Local. Again, 2 of the top teams in their respective divisions, Marion Division 6, Coldwater in Division 5. 3rd down. Ramel looking down the field, has plenty of time, throws down the field for Toby. He caught it, but there's a flag. Let's wait and see what happens. It might be offensive pass interference. We'll see what happened. Didn't have the greatest view. And it's on the defense. It'll be declined, obviously. Riggs Toby with the catch there. I didn't get the greatest view of that play there on the push-off of who that was on. I didn't know who pushed off who from how far I am away. And it's 1st and goal for Fort Recovery. So Fort Recovery 2 yards away from tying this ball game up. Couple big chunk plays aiding this Fort Recovery drive. Every drive has got inside the red zone for for every team but except one for Minster. And Minster gets a stop there. They slow down at least Ethan Hartnagel. Brady Wolf gets the first tackle. Play clock at 13. Ramel, Everhart off his left hip. Homan behind him. Guggenbiller and Toby on the bottom of your screen. It's a handoff. It's Homan. Wide open. Touchdown as of now. We'll see. There is some laundry right there by the line. So hold the phone here, folks. Let's see if this stands. And it looks like it will not stand. It looks like Fort Recovery moving back. Looks like a hold there. And a devastating penalty for Fort Recovery.
10 yards from the spot, back to the 11-yard line, second and goal.
Second and goal from the 11. Two backs in the backfield. Toby on the bottom. Guggenbiller in motion. Rammel keeps it, trying to get some of the yardage back himself. He'll spin on the inside, and a convoy of Cats will take him down for a little bit of yardage there. Will be 3rd and goal here for Minster.
Tackle by number 57, James Mainline, number 76, Winner.
Down and goal, ball sits at the 9-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 9-yard line here. Rammel calling for the ball. It's back, plenty of time. Great protection by the line, off the hands of a Minster defender, but Minster gets the stop nonetheless. That was Caleb Sharp who broke up the pass there, but it'll be 4th and goal from the 9-yard line. Let's see what Fort Recovery decides to do. And they went for it all in the end zone there, and it looks like Brett Niekamp and his squad will keep the field on, keep the offense on the field, I should say, with 5:38 to go prior to halftime. 4 wide. Rammel calling for an all-important 4th down. Rammel gonna delay the throw, scrambles to his right, got a defender in his face. Rammel scrambling, Rammel got to get rid of it. He has some pressure in his face, dives to the pylon, the ball is out, but I think he stepped out prior to the ball coming out. So Minster gets a stop, but will be pinned near their end zone. He is stopped at the 5-yard line. Great defense by the Minster secondary. Rammel was scrambling for a long time and just had to try to go on a wing and a prayer to try to score, and he was 5 yards short, I believe. And we'll see where the officials spot the ball. And they'll say it's down at the 4-yard line. Hard to see that, especially the way he dove on the other side of the field where the press box is. Hard to get a good read on that. So Brogan Steffi and his squad are going to try to seize some momentum here. And Steffi they'll go back to the quarterback run, which was so effective early on. He scrambles his way to about the 17, 18-ish yard line. There, a really good pickup. Sorry about the 14-yard line. Excuse me. He picks up close to the 1st down. He's just short. And Brogan Steffi on that quarterback run has been very effective tonight for the Minster Wildcats.
Guys up front for the Minster Wildcats, Fletcher Lucan, Chad Schultze, Keaton Sharp, Nick Winter, and Ian Holman.
Steffi calls the ball, another design run, and he'll get met immediately by a convoy for Recovery Indians. And it will be enough for the 1st down. So ball on the 15 now. Steffi going to call for the ball in the backfield. Hands off here. And that's going to be a good gain there for Berkman. Berkman up to about the 24. And the clock rolls under 4 minutes here to go in the 1st half. Minster trying to extend that lead. They won't get the ball after halftime. The ball will go to the Fort Recovery Indians. Steffi calls the ball. Minster going to continue to go on the ground. A couple more yards for Bergman, and I think he Plunged forward enough to move the chains, and yes, he did. Two receivers on the top, two on the bottom. On the bottom is Chase Kuzi and Devin Wubker. Actually, they'll go empty. Sorry. There, they have Schmeezing in the slot. Looks like that's who they're going to. Schmeezing almost made an amazing over-the-shoulder catch. And he went to the slot in Connor Schmeezing in the empty formation. We said that Minster had kept it on the ground here. Second and 10 here from Minster's own 27. Steffi gonna go on the design quarterback draw, lowers his shoulder, made a little pop there, and he'll pick up a few. It'll be third and intermediate for Seth Whiting's squad. Third and 6 from the 27-yard line. From our own 31. And Coach Whiting wants a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll take the break. Come back here with Third Down Your Next on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back here out of the Precision Strip timeout. Third and 6 from Minster's own 31-yard line here on NKTelco Sports. Cats gonna motion in James Niemeyer. Steffi gets the pass, drops back, evades pressure, evades a few defenders. Wow, Brogan Steffi gonna be short, but sweet on his feet. Wow, Brogan Steffi, the way he turned upfield was so crisp, so smooth. Wow, Brogan Steffi. Well, that is good for a first down. I am sorry, I apologize on that. Just a difficult view here from where I am sitting sometimes. Didn't think he made it, but he did. I apologize on that. From the 38-yard line, Minster will continue on offense. They punted for the first time last drive. Pressure off the edge. Steffi gonna have to get rid of it quickly. Gets it up to Connor Schmeezing, who gets up to about the 47-yard line. What looked like it may be a negative play or a dud play, so to speak, ends up going to Connor Schmeezing for 9 yards on first down. And I'll actually say it's 2nd and 3, so actually scratch that and give him 7 yards. Steffi goes to the outside, tries to pick up the first down, in and out of the hands of Devin Wubker. So to bring up 3rd and short here. Important drive here from Minster as Fort Recovery will get the ball back after halftime. Minster trying to limit Fort Recovery from getting another touch of the football before halftime. as they lead 14-7. They scored the first 14 points of this ball game. The receivers on the top, one on the bottom. Schmeezing off the left hip. Design quarterback run. Steffi getting all the way down to the 32-yard line. Brogan Steffi, big play. And another chunk play for the Wildcats as they continue to move right here before halftime intermission. Trips on the top. Steffi drops back. Throws in the way of pressure, and the ball falls short of James Niemeyer as the clock stops short of 1 minute to go. Trips on the top of your screen. Wubker on the bottom. Steffi in the gun. Waits for a signal here as the line looks over. Steffi going to drop back. Looking for Wubker, and he's got him. Nice crisp throw to the outside shoulder of the back shoulder of Devin Wubker. And Minster moves the ball again. And you don't see very many high school quarterbacks in this area throw a ball the way Brogan Steffi does. Very special talent indeed, as Minster going to stay in the gun with Schmeezing off the left hip. Steffi drops back, evades pressure, steps up in the pocket, trying to get away and taken down in the backfield. That is led by number 26. I don't have a number 26 on my roster. And we have a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Our score, Minster 14, Fort Recovery 7. You're watching boys varsity football here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back here on NKTelco Sports out of the Precision Strip timeout. Our score, Minster 14, Fort Recovery 7, second and 11 from the Fort Recovery 24-yard line here for the Minster Wildcats. They get a big stop on 4th and goal of Fort Recovery and now are driving before the halftime intermission. Minster trying to get big momentum here going into halftime. Even though it's only 14-7, it's been a very offensively dominated first half by both sides. Turnovers in the red zone and fourth down stops have been big here so far. Steffi looks, scans the field, steps up in the pocket, trying to find a lane, and scampers out of bounds to pick up a few yards. And the clock will stop at 39 seconds to go. Minster is out of timeouts. Fort Recovery still has 2 of them. Receivers on the bottom of your screen. Niemeyer on the top. Steffi gonna go design quarterback run. He'll pick up a few. And it's just short. It's 4th and short. Minster out of timeouts, and the clock continues to roll as they fail to pick up the first down. Minster has to go a little quicker here to the line. Stay in the same formation. Steffi quickly to the line. Steffi picks up the first down and more. Touchdown. 4th and short. 16-yard run for Brogan Steffi. And the Minster Wildcats massive touchdown strike right before halftime. And it comes on a 16-yard run on the legs of Brogan Steffi. That's his second touchdown run of the night with 13 seconds to go. And that is huge for the Minster Wildcats. And the kick is good there from Steffi as well. 13 seconds to go here in the first half. And Fort Recovery will get the ball after the halftime intermission. But again, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winters Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Again, my name's Brandon Coverman here. Glad you have joined us here on NKTelco Sports. Again, Minster, one of the schools that has the Key Motion camera package, as you can catch all home volleyball, all home football, and all home boys and girls basketball games this upcoming winter. And you can also purchase along with Minster's package, you can purchase a full year package for all our other Key Motion schools that include Russia, Botkins, Jackson Center, New Bremen, New Knoxville, and Sydney as well.
Welcome back. Minster going to kick things off here, but not much time before recovery. They do have 14 minutes remaining in the second half. Wherever this kick ends up, they're going to win about 15 yards. This is going a little bit deeper all the way down there.
Steffi will boot it to Homan. Homan needing a deep return here. And Homan met great kickoff coverage here by the Wildcats. And I believe that was number 9, Adam Rindler, with the big tackle, the junior playing on special teams. 6 seconds to go. I would imagine the Indians would take a knee and roll into the halftime break, down 21-7. They'll get the ball back to start. But a big touchdown strike from Brogan Steffi on 4th and short. That makes the lead 21-7. And Ramel will knee it down, and we'll head to the halftime break. Our score, Minster 21, Fort Recovery 7. We'll take probably about set at 12 minutes for the halftime break. I'll stick around. I know they'll be honoring the bands will be playing at halftime, so we'll take a break, come back here soon. Not an exact time right now that can be given, but we will be back here soon on NKTelco Sports for the second half between Fort Recovery and Minster. Again, it's Minster ahead, 21-7 ahead of Fort Recovery. Stay tuned here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back here out of the halftime break here on NKTelco Sports. Excited to bring you the second half of action here between the Fort Recovery Indians and the Minster Wildcats. Here, let's take a look at some of our halftime stats. The Fort Recovery Indians had 26 total rushing yards compared to Minster's 142. And 239 total yards compared to Fort Recovery's 180. Brogan Steffi leading the Minster rushing attack, just over 100 yards. Troy Homan leading the Fort Recovery rushing stats with just 4 carries and over 49 yards. And again, 180 yards of total offense. And Minster 239 yards total. As he gave you some spotty stats that we collected here and there throughout the halftime break. Sorry, don't have a second guy here to help me out with any stats here tonight, but trying to get you the best we can here on NKTelco Sports. But we'll go through the summary of the first half. So with 10:28, Brogan Steffi had a 5-yard touchdown run. Later in the first quarter, a 3-yard touchdown run by Connor Schmeezing with 1:32 to go. And then in the second quarter, there was a 5-yard touchdown run by Cale Rammel. And then in the second quarter, with 13 seconds left before half, Brogan Steffi had a 16-yard rushing touchdown. And the Cats lead 21-7. And they've led all game, wire to wire so far. And Fort Recovery will now start the second half with the ball. And Troy Homan wrapped up before the 20-yard line. Great special teams play downfield by Minster. And Cale Rammel on the offense will come out. Both offenses did good that first half. Fort Recovery stopped inside the 10-yard line on 4th and goal. They fumbled in the red zone. That's been a big difference early in this game, while Minster has a 2-score lead on the Fort Recovery Indians, a battle of 1 and 2 teams, both looking for their first MAC win after being shut out last week by Marion and Coldwater. Fort Recovery sets up shop at the 20. Rammel gonna sit back, throw. Nice ball, and that is caught. That is Riggs Toby. That was a beautiful ball from Cale Rammel, and Riggs Toby went low and got that ball. Nice job by Riggs, and a great ball by Cale Rammel to start the second half with a bang for Fort Recovery, a 21-yard hookup. The Fort Recovery coming out slinging it. We go 2 receivers on the top and the bottom. Everhart right behind Cale Rammel. Rammel calling for the ball. Rammel going to hand it off. It's Everhart. Everhart going behind the line. We'll pick up a few there on first down. Brady Wolf on the stop there for Minster. Biller in motion. Play action. Rammel looking, evading pressure, stepping up in the pocket. Minster collapses it, and it looks like Rammel will get a few yards. They haven't blown the play dead yet, and now they do. Just nothing downfield. Good coverage by that Minster secondary as they're looking to pass there on play action. And that's third down here. Will Frimmel on stop for Minster. Ball rests on the 46-yard line behind the center. Gets the call from Cale Rammel. Rammel drops back, evades pressure, hits a receiver. It's Reese Guggenbiller. Guggenbiller across the 40. Guggenbiller bolts upfield and an ankle tackle by, looks like maybe Caleb Sharp there, maybe. Looking who that is on my sheet. That was number 6, Caleb Sharp there, yes, on the tackle. Ankle-saving tackle there. Reese Guggenbiller worked his way upfield. And Fort Recovery again inside the Minster red zone. They struggle to convert there, only successful on 1 of 3 attempts here so far tonight. Guggenbiller back off his left hip and a Troy Homan behind him. And it's a run situation. It's Homan. He had 49 yards in the first half, and he'll add a few more to that here on first down. James Bayline on the stop for Minster. Two receivers on the top, one on the bottom. Extra man on the line. Rammel rolls out, evades a defender, a little slippery. Rammel gonna get a few yards, lowers his shoulder, and will pick up the first down, 1st and goal. Just some nice athleticism by the quarterback, Cale Rammel there. Evading a defender in the pocket, stepping up. Both these quarterbacks have done a nice job evading pressure and stepping up in the pocket. And it's paid dividends for both teams' offenses here so far. Super athletic quarterbacks. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Rammel will go under center. Has done that too much tonight. Might be quarterback sneak here, and it is. And Minster looks like they'll hold there. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. And that's Fletcher Luthman on the stop. Luthman on the starting offensive line as well. Rammel again, same thing. Powers ahead. Did he get it? Yes, the far side official says yes, he did. Touchdown, Cale Rammel. Quarterback sneak from 1 yard out. 7:32 remaining here in the third quarter. And Cale Rammel with his second rushing touchdown creeps the Indians back within 1 score. So Fort Recovery going to come on for the point after. Othene. And sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. It looks like Thien, Thine, Tyne. I apologize to any Fort Recovery fans if I'm mispronouncing that. Right through the uprights. Kick is good. And it is 21-14. Fort Recovery trailing Minster. We'll step aside. 7:32. There, a timely drive there for Fort Recovery. We'll take a break. Come back with Minster Drive here next on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Back here at Minster Memorial Stadium, a good opening drive by the Fort Recovery Indians. It takes off 4 minutes and 28 seconds, capped off by a 1-yard Cale Rammel CD run, and a good extra point there puts Fort Recovery within striking distance of the Wildcats, 21-14, as Fort Recovery kicks it off. Probably their best kickoff so far of the night. And Minster working upfield. It's Cows. He makes a nice play upfield, escapes a tackle, escapes another tackle. He's loose down the sideline, just like that. Minster scores on a kickoff return. Chase Cows brings it all the way back. The 5'9", 130-pound senior with 7:15 to go here in the third quarter has flipped the momentum back on the orange and black attack side. He escaped a few tackles, slippery. It looked like he should have been down at his own 30, and he returns it all the way to the house. I would say about 80 yards or so on the kickoff return. And right as that was kicked in the air, that was definitely Fort Recovery's best booted ball tonight on kickoff return. And it ended up being their biggest mistake so far of the game. And Fort Recovery, in a blink of an eye, finds themselves back down 14 to the Minster Wildcats here on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 28-14. We'll take a short break again. Come back with Fort Recovery's drive. You're next on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Chase Kaus, an 80-yard kickoff return or so. Nothing official there, but about an 80-yard kickoff return puts this game back in a 2-score Minster lead, and all that work Fort Recovery did to get down the field nullified by special teams, and Minster feeling good, up 28-14, looking at their first MAC win since the 2020 season, as they did not have one last year. Kickoff return sets up, great tackle. The Minster special teams has been lights out tonight, and that is number 9, Adam Rindler, again making another great special teams tackle. And Fort Recovery deep in their own territory. Minster special teams has been lights out. Ramel in the gun. Everhart off his right hip. Gonna be a handoff, a little delayed there to Everhart. Met right, not right behind the line. He dragged a couple of defenders up to about the 23, 24 yard line. Ian Homan on the tackle. Again, this is a very sophomore, junior heavy team for the most part for the Minster Wildcats. 6:34 to go. As Ramel again has Everhart off his right hip as we're nearly halfway through the third quarter. Ramel sits back, looks to fire, plenty of time. Beautiful protection, a little wobbly ball down the sideline, picked off. You could see that it wasn't Ramel's best thrown ball of the night, and James Niemeyer comes out of nowhere and makes the play, and his grandma is sitting right in front of us, and she mentioned before the game that he would make a play on offense tonight, but it's the defensive end that James Niemeyer makes the play. Big interception, and Minster takes over in Fort Recovery territory. So shout out to James Niemeyer's grandma, saying he might make a big offensive play. Well, sorry, Grandma, he makes a big play on defense. And that Ramel pass looked awfully wobbly. Sometimes you just know when you see a ball come off the quarterback's hands, just know that or feel that it's going to be intercepted potentially. And Minster might go for the jugular here, being up 2 scores, and looks like there's a timeout. Looks like Minster wasn't ready to go yet. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll step aside. Come back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement. We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, big interception by James Niemeyer. Gives the ball right back to Minster. Brogan Steffi going to give it to Niemeyer. Another trick play potentially. Ball goes from Niemeyer back to Steffi, and he'll get a few yards there. He'll slip up and get about 7 or 8 yards. We saw that same trick play formation on the first play of the game. Ball was tossed back to Niemeyer, and he hooked up on a long pass to Devin Wubker that put the Minster Wildcats in striking distance for a touchdown. And Niemeyer just had the big interception. Looked like he just got it down to a safety valve, Brogan Steffi, on that play. But he does get a manageable gain there of 5 to make it second and intermediate here for the Cats offense. Cats operate out of the I. Cats hand it off to the fullback, Frimmel, and Frimmel will push ahead. Looks like he might have a first down. Nope, they're going to say it's just short. It's on the far hash from where we are. I think it's just short. It just is, just by that much, not too far. That ball on the left hash, as we are right behind the Minster home crowd here up in this press box. Minster again going to go in the I formation. Steffi going to give another fullback dive here. Frimmel, no doubt about it, has the first down here as the clock freezes to set the chains here at 5:02 to go here in the third quarter here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Connor Schmiesen going to come in and talk to Brogan Steffi here, his sophomore classmate, as you see Bergman trot to the sideline for this play. Cats again going to operate out of the I for 3 straight plays as the clock rolls. 4:36 to go here in the third quarter. It's a fake on the dive, and Steffi will pick up a few on first down. So Brogan Steffi had over 100 yards on the ground in his first half. That quarterback draw, delayed draw, was a very effective play for Minster to start off with. 2 receivers on the top of your screen, 1 receiver on the bottom. That is Devin Wubker on the bottom. Handoff, Bergman. He'll drive ahead for a fresh set of downs here for Minster. And what just a moment ago, when Cale Ramel struck on that 1-yard touchdown run with 7:32 to go, it was 21-14, but a Chase Cowles 80-yard touchdown return, pretty much nullified that right away, and another interception by James Niemeyer made a huge difference. And Minster now up 28-14, looking to extend that as we are inside 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. First man on top of your screen, Steffi going to hand it off to Bergman. Bergman right up the middle, navigates his way short of the end zone, but there is a flag. And it looks like it was going to be a pre-snap penalty anyway. It looked like the far side official signaled false start. So back it up 5 yards from Minster. They'll be 1st and 15 from the 21-yard line. Good thing for them is they can pick up another first down. And both teams 1-2, looking for their first MAC win on the season. Again, only the second week of MAC action for both teams. In this it's not really a young season. We're going to be halfway through after next week this time in the middle of September. September the 9th, 2022. Here's Brady Wolf, moves in, trying to give a little block there for Bergman, and met immediately by a Fort Recovery player. Reese Wendell on the tackle for Fort Recovery. 2nd and 15 from the Cats 21. Not sure of the kicking situation, where the Cats feel comfortable in striking distance, or if this is 4-down territory for Seth Whiting's squad. Steffi. Caught the plays. Steffi will be a design quarterback run. Works his way to the outside. Trucks a defender. He'll be just short of the first down. It'll be third down here for the Cats. But Steffi lowered his shoulder. An athletic play. Third and 5 from Fort Recovery's 11 as Minster's in the red zone. Steffi out of the gun, quick pass, caught Niemeyer. Niemeyer gonna get stopped at about the 5 as he continues to push the pile. And I believe he did get it, and he did. It'll be first and goal for Minster. So those third down conversions been so important here for Minster. Ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line to be exact for those of you guys that are joining us here. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. My name's Brandon Coverman, bringing you tonight's action. Josh Miller, on camera here tonight, doing a great job. Steffi hands it off, Schmeezing short, and there's a flag, and you just felt the energy of the Minster crowd right in front of us deflate in that exact moment. So we go down the field. And they'll call a holding. Tough break for Minster. So first and goal now from the 13-yard line for Minster. As the clock rolls inside 20 seconds, I'm sure Minster going to be in no hurry. They do have to at least get off one more play before the end of the quarter. And I'm sure Seth Whiting and his squad will be fine. And just running down clock as Schmeezing gets held up by a host of Fort Recovery Indians, and that looks like it'll be the last play of the third quarter. So we head to our final 12 minutes of regulation. Our score, Minster 28, Fort Recovery 14. We'll take a break, come back with the fourth quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back here on NKTelco Sports. Beginning of the fourth quarter of action here between Fort Recovery and Minster. And it's been a beautiful night here for football. Cannot complain, except it's just a little hot here in the press box, but stepped outside during halftime, to walk around a bit, and a beautiful night here in Minster, Ohio for football. So first and goal from the 12-yard line, second and goal from the 12-yard line. Steffi steps up in the pocket right through the hands of Chase Cowles. And it was a nice ball. I think Cowles and Steffi's timing just a little off there, and it was right through Cowles' hands. Cowles had the big play of the third quarter right after a 1-yard Kale Ramel run for a touchdown. Chase Cowles returns the ball to the house 80 yards and put Minster up 28-14, the score we're standing at now. And Minster's drive now is jump-started in great field position by an interception by James Niemeyer. Steffi, wing back here, trips on the bottom of your screen, and it looks like we got a timeout by Fort Recovery. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. I'd like to take this moment to thank some of our extra sponsors here. They are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Sy Schreederman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and the St. Henry Bank. I'd also like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503. You can watch this game Monday, September 19th at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, September 24th at 12:30 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports. So you can go on our YouTube channel. You can look at some games that we've done in the past. We don't have anything updated yet this year on our page, but we are getting to that in the fastest time we can for you. When those will be done, we will post them for you on our YouTube channel. But you can go back and look at games from Minster and a variety of our other schools that we have done on our YouTube and Facebook page. So 3rd and goal here from the 12-yard line. It would be about a 28, 29-yard attempt if Minster were to kick it from here. But Steffi throws back, and it was caught. What a catch by Devin Wubker to contort his body in the air. And he hauled that in. It wasn't the best ball from Steffi, but Wubker went up there and got it. And let's see what Coach Whiting does. Interesting decision here. Do you go for the touchdown or do you take the chip shot field goal? If you hit the chip shot field goal, you're up three possessions. And would about nearly put this game on the borderline of being over. But Coach Whiting going to keep his offense on the field and says, we're going to try to pin Fort Recovery even if this doesn't work. We can pin them deep. Steffi, quarterback draw right up the middle. That might be the kill shot right there with 11:06 to go. Brogan Steffi, a 3-yard run. He has a hat trick on the night now. And, or excuse me, that is not his hat trick. That is Steffi. Yes, excuse me, that is his hat trick. With 11:06 to go here in the 4th quarter, that is Brogan Steffi's 3rd touchdown. 3 yards out with 11:06 to go. Brogan Steffi having a great night for the Cats. And again, trying to kick the PAT here. Snap is good. Kick is well on its way. Well on its way right. Again, sorry for that. The angle a little wide here, so I cursed that for the Cats. Apologize there at home. Sometimes this announcer's just a little off his game sometimes. Didn't see that from where I was at, and Steffi just missed right. But nonetheless, 6 points is obviously better than 3, and Minster will take it. That might have been the dagger right there, 34-14, as they lead ahead of the Fort Recovery Indians. We will actually just keep it right here with 11:06 to go. On the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, Minster ahead 34-14 of Fort Recovery. They have led this whole game. Fort Recovery about a quarter ago was right within striking distance of 21-14. Whistle blows, and Fort Recovery has a steep hill to climb up. Homan catches the ball. Minster gets after him. Great special teams play. Will Frimmel on the tackle. Again, Minster special teams on the kickoff return has been exquisite tonight, to say the least. It is 11 minutes to go. Here at Memorial Stadium, Minster in control. And Fort Recovery with its back to the wall. Cale Rammel looks back to throw. Got plenty of time, great protection. Rammel steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. That pass intended there for Riggs Toby. The Wildcats get a big stop here. They can really be pretty much in the territory of just burning clock. Rammel with Everhart behind him. In motion, Guggenbiller, a little pop pass that will count towards Rammel's passing yards, but very minimal gain as Minster sniffed it out. Ten and a half minutes to go. Minster wins tonight. Through 4 weeks, they will have more wins this year than they did all last year, coming at 1-9 last year. No MAC wins for Minster. And they're looking at their first MAC win since the shortened 2020 season. Rammel drops back. Rammel looks for Homan. Nice throw to the far side. And Homan works his way to the 40, and Fort Recovery will have a fresh set of downs. Connor Schmeezing on the tackle, the sophomore for Minster. Has a pretty good pair of older brothers that played for this team. They had his brothers Bryce and Isaac, some very good players on some teams that went to back-to-back state finals. And Minster won the state championship in 2017 in football and was state runner-up in 2016. You know, they were the state champions again in 2014. Along with 1989, read option sniffed out. And Caleb Sharp tripped up Rammel in the backfield. And Frimmel finished it off, I believe. That's the other one. But Minster sniffed out that really quick. Great discipline by the Wildcat defense. It's really stiffened up. Fort Recovery didn't have much of an issue of pushing the ball down the field in the first half. And even though they only managed 7 points, Minster made some key stops, but that defense is really stiffened up here in the second half. Rammel throws down the field. Oh, right through the hands. It was going to be a tough play there for Guggenbiller. Cowles was in there on the coverage. Third and 9 from the Fort Recovery 41-yard line. 8:50 to go left here in the ballgame on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And our Minster Live View sponsor, Borchers Floor Center. And we thank you guys that are joining us here live, watching on replay or rewatching sometime or some years later on our YouTube channel. Rammel sits there, hits Troy Homan. Homan got to slip upfield and going to get some yards after the catch, and he's going to get down to the 25-yard line. So a pickup of about 34 yards there for Troy Homan, the junior wide receiver, having a very nice night on offense for Brett Niekamp and his squad. Will Kanapke on the tackle for Minster. Rammel got to signal Guggenbiller in jet motion. Gonna fake it, give the handoff to Everhart. He'll meet a convoy of Minsters. That is led by number 81, Charlie Schmeezing, the 6'2 junior. And we have an injured player down, and we'll take the timeout with them as we have an injury timeout on the field. You're watching boys high school varsity football on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, Wes Bechtel, the injured offensive lineman, there for Fort Recovery, being helped off the field by a couple teammates. Best wishes to him that he is healthy. That is one of the hard parts to swallow a high school football, is when you see a young man down, no matter if it's for your team or the team you're playing. To see anyone at that age down and hurting is something tough to see, but is unfortunately just a part of the game and a part of the nature of the beast of football. So as the clock continues to roll at 7:50 with 34-14 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Fort Recovery trailing Minster as Cale Rammel looks to the flat over to Homan, and it was almost picked off, hit off his shoulder pad. It was in the air for a while, but Minster could not catch up to it quick enough. So 3rd and 10. Fort Recovery did convert on a 3rd down earlier in the drive, a 3rd and long. Kind of this inside the 30 has been a little bit of an issue. Fort Recovery OS hasn't been able to convert there. They've had a fumble and a stop on 4th down. Hasn't helped him out as Rammel looks, fires. It's caught, looks a little short. Caught by Riggs Toby. And it will be 4th down. Both teams with 2 timeouts left, a 20-point lead for Minster. It is, I believe, about 4th and 2, maybe? 4th and 3 is what the scoreboard says here at Memorial Stadium, here at Minster, just right along State Route 66. Minster gets a stop here. That is almost certainly the nail in the coffin here. Recovery with 2 backs. They fake it off to Everhart. Rammel keeps it himself. Rammel runs into a defender, spins. He won't get into the end zone, but he picks up a big 1st down to keep Fort Recovery alive in this contest. 13-yard run for Cale Rammel. Rammel with Homan behind him, Everhart off his left hip. Homan gets the carry, stretches it to the outside, and is he in? They're gonna mark him just short. Second and goal from the 1. Hand off to Homan again. Minster makes a stand. And 5.5 minutes to go. Rammel under center. Rammel going to try to jump over, and he got it. Touchdown, Fort Recovery with 5:12 remaining. It's another Cale Rammel 1-yard rushing touchdown for Fort Recovery. And they narrow the deficit here with 5:12 remaining. It's Cale Rammel's 3rd touchdown of the night as well, so he's got a hat trick. Both quarterbacks with 3 rushing touchdowns, so 6 rushing touchdowns by the quarterback tonight on each side. Pretty impressive, pretty athletic, and maneuverable quarterbacks for both Fort Recovery and Minster. Boteen coming in with the extra point attempt. Minster missed their last one, and that goes right through the uprights. And Fort Recovery still has some hope. Trailing 34-21. We'll step aside and come back with Minster's Drive here next on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here. and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, 5:12 remaining here in regulation, and Fort Recovery has a last gasp as they get a 1-yard TD run by Cale Rammel. And it was nearly a 6-minute drive. It was just short of that. It was a 5-minute, 54-second drive. Therefore, the Indians again capped off by that 1-yard Cale Rammel touchdown run. And Fort Recovery going to set up for the onside kick here. Most likely 2 minutes to go as you see Minster come out in their formation. Team ready? Onside kick, covered easily by Minster there. No problem there. And falling on that ball was Will Frimmel, the sophomore. And Minster will set up shop right at midfield. Fort Recovery needing to get a turnover here. Something they have not had tonight. Fort Recovery's had 2 of them themselves. And Minster done a nice job taking care of the football. Minster forcing a couple turnovers and getting some stops in the red zone has really been the 2 big differences here in this ball game and why the Wildcats are ahead 34-21. You know, pretty much see exclusively the run game now here for Seth Whiting's squad, trying to get his first MAC win. Hands off to Bergman. And he'll get a couple on first down. That's always the hardest thing in football is when you're ahead and you know you need to burn the clock out. The other team knows you're probably going to run. It becomes harder for the offensive team when you have to be conservative like that. And harder to mix up your looks as it'll be 2nd and 8 in Fort Recovery territory at the 48-yard line.
How they got this iPhones and clouds, but they can't figure out how to make first down.
2 receivers on the top of your screen. Niemeyer on the bottom of your screen. Steffi in the gun. Steffi will go quarterback run. It's been effective tonight, and he has the first down and more. Steffi might go all the way. Can he get the corner? He can! Brogan Steffi. Wow, what a play. 48 yards to the house. Brogan Steffi has put the bow on top of this game. And nice run by Brogan Steffi down the sideline. And that is the dagger right there. Great run by Brogan. And it stands with 4:17 remaining. Steffi missed his last PAT, and he'll try to convert here, but that's 7 touchdown runs between both quarterbacks here tonight. You don't see that too often in high school football, but pretty impressive here tonight by both athletic quarterbacks. And that kick is no doubt right down the middle, 41-21. And a 48-yard Brogan Steffi run. And we'll step aside. 4:17. We'll come back with Fort Recovery's drive here next on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, and a drive that lasted a grand total of 55 seconds, capped off by a 48-yard touchdown run by Brogan Steffi, makes it 41-21. Guggenbiller will get the kickoff return. Guggenbiller tackled, and there again is great Minster special teams. That is number 32, John Keller, who makes the tackle in the open field, and Minster is just rolling now. Great special teams kickoff coverage. I said it about every time here tonight. That has been a huge factor in this game tonight. Special teams gets overlooked sometimes, but when you make plays like that, it becomes all the more important, and your offense and defense thanks you. Because those guys playing special teams are trying to generally earn their spot on offense or defense, and what a play made there. As Fort Recovery takes back over, Ramel got to go long. Ramel just overthrew Reese Guggenbiller, who had his defender beat, just went vertical down the field and overthrew him there. Ramel right over his head. Just missed him by about a step and a half or so. It might not have been a touchdown, but definitely would have been a big play. And would have put Fort Recovery in Minster territory. Fort Recovery going to pretty much go exclusively to the pass now. Ramel looking, and sacked. We said that protection has been good all night, and it folds there for a second. Combining on the sack is Will Frimmel and Charlie Schmeezing. And that's Minster's first sack of the night. 3rd and 15 from the 20-yard line. Or 15, I should say. Ramel drops back, getting chased out the pocket by Schmeezing, throws at an angle. And I think he caught it. And he did. Nice catch by Reese Guggenbiller. Nice job by Ramel to go to his side there and throw it from a nice little arm slot there. It's still a 4th down, though, 4th and 5. So a little more manageable here for the purple and white. There'll be a rollout here. He's got a wide open player in the flat. It's Atchison, and he's short. That stopped there by Caleb Sharp. And that, I know I've said it a few times, but officially is the coffin in and the nail there for the Minster Wildcats to win here tonight over the Fort Recovery Indians. And they'll get their first MAC win in 2 years. And they'll have a little bit of clock to burn. Only 2 timeouts remaining for Fort Recovery. And a timeout by Minster. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Again, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. Our sponsors are Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our scoreboard sponsor, as always, has been First National Bank. Think first. Our starting lineup sponsors, Emerson Climate Technologies. Our timeout sponsor, which is right here, is brought to you by Precision Strip right here in Minster, Ohio, and various other locations. Our player of the game, which I'll pick here at the end of the game, is brought to you by NKTelco, and our Minster Live View sponsor is Borchers Floor Center. Our other sponsors are we will mention here in a bit. as Minster back out the timeout. As we have a high snap there, and we have a new quarterback in the game. New quarterback number 4, Cole McClurg, a 5'9" freshman, getting a little bit of experience. We'll probably get a little experience handing off. But all the adrenaline of actually being on the field, playing on Friday Night Lights. Second and 10 from the 29. As Minster has brought in some backups here. And it's going to be a little read option. McClurg going to keep it. McClurg's going to pick up the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets a welcome to varsity football hit there by Reese Guggenbiller. And McClurg only 5'9". Guggenbiller didn't hit him very hard, but McClurg, I think, just knew I needed to go down. Because I think he knew he was going to get blown up there, but he advances the clock under the 2-minute mark, and if Fort Recovery doesn't use their timeouts, it looks like Minster can just go in victory formation. And we'll see if they just do that here. McClurg will hand it off. It's Andy Puppelman who's going to get the handoff. Puppelman, the senior, gets a few yards. And Minster looks like they'll get the win on Americanite, advance to an even 500 at 2-2. And looks like that should be about all. As Fort Recovery again will drop to 2-3 on the season. And that is under 40 seconds, and they'll hand it off one more time. And getting that handoff is number 23, Connor Garrett, another senior for Minster, and that'll do it. 41-21, the Minster Wildcats score a big MAC victory, and they go to 500 on the season at 2-2. Fort Recovery falls to 1-3. Again, Minster will travel to Anna next week for their next conference game, and Fort Recovery will be back in action next week as well, as they will be back home against Delphus next Friday night. We'll step aside, take a break here, break down the game here, and give you our player of the game here next on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back here live at Memorial Stadium here at Minster High School. As you see, the Minster Wildcats here celebrating what I believe is their alma mater here at the end of a hard-fought MAC victory, a 41-21 win over the Fort Recovery Indians, and they do it in impressive fashion here tonight. Don't have the total stats, but we do have the scoring breakdown here for you tonight. Going in the first quarter, our first score was 10-28 into the game, a 5-yard run by Brogan Steffi, and a 3-yard run by Connor Schmiesing with 1:32 to go in the third quarter to go up 14-0. And in the second quarter, a 5-yard run by Cale Rammel, and Rammel made it 14. Rammel made it 14 to. Thank you. And I actually do have some stats here. Thank you very much. So at the 10:36 mark, a 5-yard Cale Rammel run, and with 13 seconds to go in the first half, it was a 13-yard Brogan Steffi run and a Brogan Steffi kick. Made it 21-7 at the beginning of the third quarter. Cale Rammel, a 1-yard run with 7:32 to go, made it a 21-14 ball game. And only 17 seconds later, Minster struck on an 80-yard Chase Cowles kickoff run. And then at the beginning of the fourth quarter, with 11:06 to go, a 3-yard Brogan Steffi run. The kick was no good, so it made it 34-14. With 5:12 to go, Troy Homan had a 1-yard touchdown run. It made it 34-21, but only 55 seconds later, Brogan Steffi struck on a 48-yard touchdown run and making it 41-21. Taking a look here, the rushing yards for Minster, 239 compared to Fort Recovery's 127. Passing yards, Fort Recovery about doubled Minster through the air, 225 to 117. Cale Ramel was 13 of 23 with 1 interception. Brogan Steffi 8 of 14, and he was clean on the turnovers. Fort Recovery ran 50 plays for 352 yards, and Minster ran 56 plays for 356 yards. And overall, some of the rushing stats, Troy Homan, 8 carries, 59 yards. Cale Ramel, 11 rushes for 39 yards. Ethan Hartnagel, 8 rushes for 29 yards. For Minster, Brogan Steffi, 20 carries, 179 yards. Justin Bergman, 10 carries, 33 yards. Cole McClurg carrying 11 yards. Connor Smeezing, 6 carries and 9 yards. There, and some of the receiving, Troy Homan, 5 catches, 86 yards. Riggs Toby, 3 catches, 68 yards. Reese Guggenbiller, 3 catches, 51 yards. Ethan Hartnagel, 1 catch, 17 yards. Lucas Atchison, a catch and 3 yards. For Minster, Devin Webker, 3 catches, 72 yards. James Niemeyer, 3 catches and 31 yards. Connor Smeezing, a catch and 8 yards. And Brogan Steffi, 1 catch for 6 yards. So Minster, a big win, and the high school and the parents surround Coach Whiting and his team as they win 41-21. And before we head out, we'd like to name our player of the game. And, you know, it's easy for the quarterback, it seems like most times, to get the player of the game. And, you know, we try to spread out the player of the game as well as we can, but it's hard to not give the player of the game tonight to the quarterback, Brogan Steffi. 8 of 14 through the air, but it's what he did with his legs. 20 carries, 179 yards, and a whopping 4 touchdowns for Minster to get their first MAC win since the 2020 season over the Fort Recovery Indians. So Minster moves to 2-2. Fort Recovery moves to 1-3 on the season. Taking a look at what's coming up for both teams, the Minster Wildcats will travel just right down 119 and face the Anna Rockets next week. And Fort Recovery will go back home and they will host the Delphus St. John Blue Jays next week in MAC play. So that'll do it for us here tonight here at Minster Memorial Field. I'd like to thank our crew tonight. On camera, Josh Miller. My name's Brandon Coverman. Thank you for joining us here tonight on this production of NKTelco Sports. Again, for the final score, Minster 41, Fort Recovery 21. We hope you join us here next time on NKTelco Sports.